doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L
Rockin' and
podcast.
rolling 42 cheeses in the building. How are you doing today, bro?
What's going on, my dog?
You don't do interviews too often.
No, I don't do anything.
What was the last interview you did, man?
I don't think I did. I did one in Orlando like 3 years ago, but
3 years ago, that's a minute. You've accomplished a lot, man. You've generated crazy numbers on YouTube and streaming, and you've done a lot in the music scene, man. Let's rewind from the start for people who don't know, man. You're from Detroit.
Yeah, east side of Detroit.
Talk a little bit about growing up in Detroit and how that led you into making music. And can you pull that microphone into yourself real quick? You can just
yeah.
Go ahead.
You know, okay, well, the younger generation might not know, but I started out rapping when I was like 8. Cheddar Boys, Eastside Cheddar Boys, Street Lords, and that was me on I'm a Cheddar Boy baby, that's for sure, as a kid or whatever, but, a lot of people don't know that because I really don't promote it, because, I got, like, this new generation, like, I got, like, my own type of lane, so I really ain't never really, which I should because it's a plus, you feel me, but so now I guess that's what I'm doing now, shit. But that was me, so I started out when I was like 8. Then I, been back and forth from in jail, juvenile, prison, so the rap was kind of like on hold, and then, when I got out, I just started back doing it. I was like bullshit, then, I'm back doing it.
Yeah.
But little bro, he blowing up, so all the shit, he blew up, and then all this, so it's just like, okay, let me stop playing it, let me get on it,
Yeah.
So that's how I did.
But you have your own, your own style and your own wave, and you've proven that you don't even, even though Dog made it into that level of success, that you can hold your own and do
Right.
and do very well with it, right?
Mm.
At the same time, a lot of people see their boys blowing up, and then they go, "That's my opportunity now,"
Yeah,
and they don't got no motion in the first place. But you have to have some type of motion.
You gotta have some type of motion.
Yeah.
For sure. See.
Now, Cheddar Boys is a huge stamp in Detroit hip hop.
Yeah,
Right?
hell yeah, they started this shit.
How'd you get involved with them? And my bad, can you bring that microphone a little bit closer to you? Just drag it in a little bit. Yeah, there you go.
Right,
Perfect.
right,
Yeah.
See how I get in it?
Yeah, how'd you get involved with Cheddar Boys? Like, you're so
Okay.
young, you're like 8, 9 years old, and then all of a sudden you're working with
Okay,
them.
so let me break it down to you. Wipeout was the founder of the Eastside Cheddar Boys or whatever. And Blade, however they did it, the Cheddar Boys and the Street Lords, they was all together. Wipeout my daddy. You know what I'm saying? So he made me get in there and say I'm a Cheddar Boy. He made me do it 1,000 times till I got it right. That's how I got on that record. That's how that came about. But, Wipeout and Blade, they was brought up as like cousins. They were like family before all the beef and stuff started. And, that's when they came with the Cheddar Boy, Street Lord, and whatnot. And then all that beef shit came. And then that's what broke them apart or whatever. So, but that's how I got in it. I was his son.
When you're a kid, are you paying attention to what's happening? Like, are you aware of, like, the beefs? Are you aware of, like, the structure of the music scene?
Yeah, I was aware. Yeah. I was schooled at a young age. I was aware of all that shit.
How are you able to, like, understand stuff at such a young age, especially at the depths of it?
I mean, at first I ain't understand it. Then as I got, like, it just stayed in my face. So I ain't had no choice, you know what I'm saying? I came from a family full of hustlers and the street shit, so that's all I knew. So it was like, okay, I started figuring everything out, you know what I'm saying? So it was like in my face, so that's how I knew what was going on, you know what I'm saying? Then people was telling me,
When you're going alongside Cheddar Boys and, intertwining with everything, talk a little bit about the scene and what you were noticing around you at that time.
like what was going on.
Yeah, like kind of paying attention to the music scene, kind of relatively to that era.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought we had made it when I was a kid. I thought like, 'cause I used to watch Cash Money, Lemon, so I'm thinking like we was famous, you know what I'm saying? You gotta think, I was like 8, 9 years old in the strip clubs already before like they was sneaking me in the strip clubs to perform on the Cheddar Boy Baby, you know what I'm saying? So I've been doing that, like Cardi's, chains, all that. I'm 8 now. You can pull the video up, you know what I'm saying? You gonna see it, you know what I'm saying? So I thought we had made it, we at Hard Plaza, Summer Jams, you know what I'm saying? I'm on stage. in front of all these people. So everywhere I'm going, they like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So I thought we was famous. You know, I'm 8'9", you know what I'm saying? I'm just seeing all the, you know, I'm thinking I'm a little Bow Wow or something, you know what I'm saying? So that's how it was with me. Like, I thought it was, you know.
Talk about the progression of that though too, and when you started seeing it kind of become your own self after that kind of digressed a little bit.
Okay, so, you know, once my daddy got killed, you know, I went to, you know, I was growing up in the streets, you know, and just me and my, like, homeboys or whatever, we started thugging. Like, at a young age, I started going to jail, doing a bunch of bad, violent shit, whole bunch of shit, like, you know what I'm saying, you know, but me and my homie, we just like, we was locked in. We was like, we really like family for real, you know what I'm saying? And we started, you know, the 4-2, whatever you want, you know what I'm saying? We started that, and we've been doing this. That started like in 06, you know what I'm saying? 05, 06. I probably was like 12, I probably like 13, you know what I'm saying? And we just stayed with it. We just was going with it. And we was like real known in the streets already, you know, wasn't nobody rapping.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
when obviously, you know, when you're losing your father, you know, as the way it happened and everything like that, talk a little bit about the impact of that towards the group and as also to you, like, because, you know, roughly at a young age and somebody who's bringing you into the game, it couldn't have been easy, obviously.
Nah, it was that was like fucked up. It was like I went through a lot, you know. I was suffering, you know, from anxiety, depression, and I was going to prison. That wasn't making it no better, you know what I'm saying? So it was a lot. I went through a lot, you know, at a young age, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I just kept it pushing, and I just learned from his mistakes too. Like, the shot he was moving, what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? I just sat back and I just would everything in, and, you know, I just learned from that shit, you know what I'm saying?
We know when people talk about Doughboys and stuff like that, and they talk about they lived the life that they were rapping about and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And did it reflect with your at the time with Cheddar Boys as too? Did you feel like the music was a reality too?
Yeah, the Doughboys, yeah.
And with Cheddar Boys, was it the kind of the same sequence kind of thing?
Yeah, it was definitely the same type of music. Team Eastside, Doughboys, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're a kid and you're going through that, do you have to take that real quick?
Nah.
Okay. When you're growing up and you're seeing this happen and stuff and losing your father, is there something inside of you that feels like you have to follow along with what's going on in the streets as far as I got to do something about this or I have to make a decision? Obviously,
You saying like do something as far as like violent or?
Yeah, as far as like getting, you know, retaliation for your father's death or anything like that?
No, because I mean at first it did, you know what I'm saying, when I was at first it was, but you gotta understand that shit was an 04, so it's 2023. Like,
No, I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about at the time it's happening when you're a young cat and you're
yeah, hell yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But I was young, so it was like, what can I do? You know what I'm saying? And I ain't really know what was going on around that time, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, cut this shit off, man. They blowing me up.
Yeah. So now you saying about 13, you know, after the loss of your father and stuff, did he pass away before or after Blade?
No, he died first.
So he passed away first.
He passed away first.
And then Blade had passed away a couple to a few years after that, right?
He died September 18th, 2004, and Blade died maybe like I want to say March 2005.
Oh, okay.
So it was like 5 months later or something.
And yeah, so you guys were going through a lot at this time where it's a lot of reality setting into what's going on with the music. And you're going in and out of prison, so you can't even control what's going on outside of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I was juvenile, then prison. Like, I damn near did lifetime juvenile. I never even been to high school before, you know what I'm saying? So that lets you know how much I've been in jail.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Now, you said about 13 years old is when you started 42.
Yeah, my big brothers them started, that.
What was the origination of it? And kind of give people an idea of what 42 is.
I mean, you know, it's basically like, like a bunch of guys from the neighborhood come together and like become like family, and you know y'all just y'all start something, and then y'all like, you know, like a brotherhood, and you know we just stuck with it. It's like, you know, something like that.
What was the meaning? What's the meaning behind 42?
You know, it's like it's a lot. It's a lot of things. I really don't want to say too much, but
For
you
sure.
know, it's a lot.
For
A lot
sure.
of few different things. You know what I'm saying?
Who's the originators of 42?
My big brothers, Free Skeet, Apple, you know, Ante, Mary. You know, he just came home with my other brother, Mary. He locked up. He doing like 30 years.
And the he got back from doing 30 years.
No, he's still doing 30. He about to get
Oh.
back though, but he's still doing 30. But his twin brother, he out. His name Ante, he out. You know what I'm saying?
Is it more of cousins and family, or is it friends and everything mixed together?
It's mixed. It's like family, brothers, cousins, just childhood friends. You know what I'm saying?
What was your break into music? Like the first moments that you noticed independently, you're kind of away from Cheddar Boys now, and you're moving along forward. What was your first break as a 42 artist, or as your own independent artist?
You saying like when I started like
Rapping kind of independently. It's just
rapping like I'm just doing this.
you're just rapping. You're just as an artist, yeah.
Probably like when I got out of jail, 2016. When I got out of jail, like 2017. That's when I started really like, all right, I'm about to rap. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you had, again, you've had videos that jumped over 100,000 views on YouTube.
Yeah.
You've been on features on major songs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when was the moment you realized you actually have the skill and the ability, and people were really tapping in with you?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I've been though. I had it. Everybody already know, like me, like everybody already know. It just was me bullshitting, like, you know what I'm saying? I been knew like what I could do. I just ain't never take it serious because I used to be in the streets doing what I do.
There's a saying that I was saying this a long time ago, but it's popping up on social media more. It's the most talented artists are often the most inconsistent artists.
For sure.
And nobody really knows why.
That shit crazy, for sure.
What do you think it was with you?
Man, I just thought that I was just like, I was more so chasing, like, I just feel like, okay, man, I rap, I do something, it ain't working right now, fuck that, I'm about to get in the streets and make some paper. You know what I'm saying? So it was making some money, like, you know what I'm saying? When really you like, that is the money, you gotta just keep going and keep promoting yourself, you know what I'm saying? So when it don't like, you're like, man, fuck that, I'm about to go take care of some business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the return.
That's basically what it was. Me just being this for street shit. It was on some lazy shit. But the rap, like, I already knew, like, man, that shit was easy for me. Like,
Yeah.
like everybody already know. They be like, that motherfuckers look at me like I'm crazy. Like, cause you gotta think, like, when Doug came home, he just started rapping. I've been rapping. You know what I'm saying? He came home. He wasn't rapping.
Yep.
He like, man, I'm about to rap. Fuck it. We was in jail together. He like, bro, I'm about to rap, man. Wait on me, man. Because I was going home, and he was right behind me. We was in boot camp together. He like, man, wait on me, man. I'm about to get out and rap. I thought he was just talking shit. So he came home. He started really doing it. You know what I'm saying? Then he just blew up.
What do you think it is about your guys' crew that gives you this musical ability and being able to put it out and be so triumphant with it?
Because they know, like, that go back to what I was saying, like, we was known before rap in the streets. Like, everybody know us, like, without the rap shit, like, since 06. Like, we was already there. Like, now the rap shit is like, okay, they rapping now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you guys had the scale plus the street credibility plus the whole story is already there for people to read.
For sure.
What's your relationship with Doug?
That's my little brother. You know, he really like my cousin, but that's my little brother. That's my little bro.
So you guys known each other your whole lives, and
We was kids. Like, he younger than me though, so he probably was like He probably like 11, 10 or some shit. I probably was like maybe like 13, 14.
And when you guys were in boot camp together, that's when he was like, I'm gonna start making music.
Yeah.
And you're already on the tip. You already know how to make it all happen and get
I was
everything
like
done.
rapping, freestyling on the yard, and
Yeah.
he'd come like he was like, I'm about to rap too. Like, you feel me? And he started doing it.
When you guys got out, did you get back into music or did you?
Yeah, I was taking him to the studio. He was for real. He started rapping. We was doing little shit, but we wasn't serious like that. But we was serious. He was like, man, I'm about to do it. I still was like bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But he was bull. He started doing his own thing. He just blew up. Like,
If you're successful as like a street entrepreneur, what is it that makes you go like, okay, I'm gonna put this into music and make something? Is it like kind of like a gamble? Like if we blow up, we blow up, or is it like I passionately want to do this at the same time too?
You gotta passionately want to do it. It's a gamble, but you gotta really put your all into it. Like, you gotta like believe yourself. Like, I know once I do this, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really like be passionate about it. Even if like you like, let's say you getting your money out you doing whatever you getting your money, and you put it into the rap, and you got a whole bunch of other responsibilities. It be like, damn, I done did that. Now I gotta do this. That's where motherfuckers like go wrong at. You know what I'm saying? And like motherfuckers be like, damn, that rap shit gotta wait for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it be. But
When you're taking Doug to the studio and you're in the studio guys together, what's the first moment you realize, oh, this guy's got it, and like, okay, something's happening here. We got something going on.
we had did some back-to-back shit with me and my brother Mox. He dead right now, my brother Mox. We had did like some back-to-back, and it was hard as hell. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay. But he was already freestyler to let me hear. I'm like, oh yeah, little bro, he got it. You know what I'm saying? Then he got the image to go with it. You know what I'm saying? You know, he got that Eazy-E look. Like, he got the image. You know what I'm saying? So
I think they compared him to Menace to Society, like
O-Dog.
O-Dog, right?
Yeah,
that's kind of
yeah.
like the image that they gave him.
Yeah, so I knew like he was like gonna be like a star, like, cause he got it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Were
so.
you with him? Are you kind of guiding him through this stuff as he's progressing his career?
No, I ain't gonna lie. He did his own. He did it. He got it. He did that in jail. Whatever he was doing in that cell, he did that in jail when he was in prison.
When you guys are outside together, though, at the same time, are you guys going through the music scene together? As far as like, I know you guys have songs together and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they've done numbers, but once it starts hitting the Little Baby level and all these major mainstream features,
Right.
becoming pretty much the biggest untalked about Detroit rapper. When you talk about Detroit rappers, sometimes people forget how big he really is and what he's accomplished.
Right.
Are you there through those processes too? Like,
Yeah, I used to be with him all year. Yeah.
What was it like what was the first big moment? Like, you remember like a collaboration with somebody or a specific artist where it's like, holy fuck, this is crazy for us. Like, we fucking did it, basically.
Yeah, when he did, we paid. You know, I was there. You know, when they was shooting the video and everything. I'm in the video a little bit if you actually pay attention. Like, I was there, but when he did that, he did another song called Grace. I was in the studio and he was making it, and we were like, "Yeah, this gonna blow." When you drop this is it. Then when he did it, he dropped it. It was it. It blew up, and then that's when he turned all the way up.
Yeah.
He was gone when he did that, but we already knew. That's how that shit went.
It's like you knew you guys had the one. And when it comes to the mentality of groups, right? It's the biggest thing that people have a complaint about or a problem with is that nobody knows when to take turns. Like, it's your turn. This guy's the guy up. Let's push him. He's got the bag. He's the bag. Let's protect him and push him. Did you guys look at it like that with him?
Yeah, hell yeah. He was. Once we seen what was going on, it was like he the one. You know what I'm saying? That's why that was his first song with Yo Gotti. You the one. He came out with that. So yeah, hell yeah. We was making sure, like, yeah, you feel me? Moving with him, all that, you know.
You right now, you've got, you broke some songs out. You got doing anything like just coming out again? Where I'm noticing that your traction doesn't get lost, whether you dropped a song a few years ago or now. You can still hit 100,000.
Yeah, for sure.
Talk about your own music a little bit, man, and how you've been manifesting your career.
See, with me, it's just really like, it's all on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody know, like, oh yeah, he heard his shit. Like, all he gotta do is keep going. Like, when I be talking like Peasy, Viz, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying, Babyface, they be like, bro, you, like, I don't know why you don't just chill, you know what I'm saying? And I be like, man, I am, man, I'm gonna get on it.
Do you think there was a moment in your life where it was extinguished, like you had more of a passion and fire and belief in yourself to make it happen to that level? And do you feel like there was a moment where it was like, damn, like, I know I can, but it's not there anymore like that?
No, I ain't never felt like that.
Or was it just a consistent, this is how it's always been?
Yeah, it's just inconsistent. I knew, like, that's easy for me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, I go to the studio and do shit. They're going to be like, man, god damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just don't drop like that. Like, I drop some shit, and a year later, I drop again.
Yeah, that's what I noticed.
C-Dubs, yeah.
You got a track too, Head Tap.
Yeah.
That's doing well too.
Yeah, I ain't promote that or nothing.
Yeah.
That's just like,
You just drop whenever. You promoting your own YouTube too. That's another thing. Like you have your own YouTube channel where you drop your shit.
I just made a YouTube channel, and I just started I put that video, a couple videos on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm starting. Basically, I'm trying to start fresh, and I'm trying to build some shit up, and then I'm gonna go full throttle with it. You know what I'm
So
saying?
is this? You feel like this is serious time now? It's like
yeah. I'm serious now. Like,
with everybody else that's involved with your team, do you feel like is it still like a team kind of thing, or as far as everybody's kind of looking out for each other with the music and promoting each other and all that, or are you guys kind of just focused like, all right, every man for himself with what we got
no,
going?
it's definitely a team game, but you know, at the end of the day, how me and my guys is like we do like we hold our own weight. All of us got our own name, but it's definitely a team game. Like my brother 42 Slick, he about to drop. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got Dub, we got the young turn, Tay Money, Reed, you know what I'm saying, 42 Twin. You know, we got a lot of, you know what I'm saying, everybody working, 264 Quit, all my, like, everybody, you know, doing their thing.
One of the funniest titles you have for a track is Free the Apps, man. That
yeah.
shit is hilarious, man.
See, I used to get on my bullshit, too. That's what I used to like doing.
Man.
But I grew up, I don't be on that shit no more, but yeah, I used to just be on some bullshit.
But I think it's a good balance, right? To take it seriously with what you name and do stuff, but then sometimes like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Let's have fun, like, you know, have fun with it, kind of twist it around a little bit.
Yeah.
It can't be all one-sided the whole time.
For sure. And then it seemed like that's what they want to hear. They want to hear all the bullshit, the diss songs and all that shit. That's what they want to hear.
Even sometimes, I forget which rap video it is, but there's like somebody riding a dune buggy and he flips over throughout the video shoot or something, and they left it in the music video, and this music video has like 100 million views. But I was like, I'm so happy you guys left that in, because there's supposed to be a little humor to this shit. If it's so fucking
Whole video.
I think it is. I think it is a Little Baby video or something like that. It's like a bunch of dudes on these like RVs and shit, and one of them ends up flipping over while they're on the RV, and he ends up like getting torn up.
See, I thought you was seeing the We Paid video. If you noticed, they crashed in that video, like it was a real crash.
Oh shit!
And they kept it in there.
Yeah.
You had to pay attention. Like they really crashed it. They be doing like, yeah, that make it.
You've
like,
been on both sides of it, from it being, you know, the underground to the hood fame, and to obviously to the mainstream, right? You've seen all sides of everything, right?
Right.
What was the differences you've seen when you're on each types of sets and dealing with different types of productions, even when it comes to the studio and whatnot that you're working in?
You saying like, what was it?
Since you've been at every single level of music, from the mainstream to the underground, what's the kind of the differences you see?
Oh yeah, it's the mainstream. I mean, it's totally different. Like they serious about that music. Like a song is like 100 bricks to the, you know what I'm saying, the right song. Like if they hear the right song, they know like, oh man, we got us, you know what I'm saying, like we got us 100 bricks right here, you know what I'm saying. They be serious about it, cause it's like one song could do you like, all it take is one song, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, they be serious about that shit. I be in the studio with Yo Gotti and Juke and all them boys. They be serious about that shit.
Talk about your relationship with Yo Gotti and the experiences you guys have had in the studio.
No, they cool. They like they. I ain't gonna lie. They just like. I feel like they just like my like uncles and like you know I got like street uncles or whatever. But they just like corporate with it, not like they businessmen now. But you could tell they real street dudes. They real cool. They like me. Like, you know what I'm saying. They don't be on no nothing scary or they be, what's up, kick it with you. Like, you know what I'm saying. They real cool. Like. They 100.
Is that the deciding point from staying in the underground and being successful to being a mainstream, is kind of letting a lot of that go? Like a lot of that, maybe a street mentality or kind of like maybe taking a less professional addressing towards the music and stuff and how you run your show?
Yeah.
And so that's something you notice when you're dealing with them is like, all right,
sure.
This is business.
For sure. They had turned it to a businessman, and then it'd be like on some street, like, but I still got that street in me, though, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they for sure do. Yeah, they like that's exactly how they is.
What's been your most for you as far as your entire experience with your entire career? What's been the most the moment that you've experienced that stands out to you the most?
That I experienced?
Yeah, that stands out to you the most as personally as
probably my younger childhood. Well, yeah, probably around the Cheddar Boy era when I was a kid and performing in front of all these people at the summer jams and being in shit like young like that. But then again, I don't know because now like I done been in like, you know what I'm saying, on big stage with little, you know what I'm saying, with little bros. So I really don't know, but I probably gonna say probably my younger days.
But even now, you've done it before, but now you're on bigger stages, right? When you're on tour with Doug and stuff like that. Talk about
I be seeing Doug. Yeah, I be with him. I see a lot of big shit he doing and a lot of, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
that's a whole different.
Yeah, the ballpark that he's in is, and it's so funny sometimes when we talk about Detroit artists. It'll slip my mind sometimes too, where when you talk about the biggest Detroit artists, the ones who made it, sometimes for some reason, and I think it's because he's away so often, you forget that he is the one who broke out for real.
Yeah,
you know,
for
like
sure.
who broke out possibly since T Grizzly, I would say. Would I be right if I said that? Since T Grizzly, I think Doug is the next artist that broke out to the level that he's at.
Dej Loaf?
No, I'm talking about Doug broke out after Dej Loaf, didn't he?
Dej Loaf came first, then T Grizzly, then Doug.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying after T Grizzly.
Oh, you said after T Grizzly?
Yeah, I'm saying after T Grizzly, Doug had to have been the next artist that blew up on that level.
For sure.
To the level.
Yeah.
You can make arguments for like Sada Baby, right? You could obviously say like he with Whole Lotta Choppers that he broke that tier and went
with
there.
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, with Nicki Minaj, you can obviously say that. Which you can say that, but I think Doug on 100 million consistent basis.
Yeah, he on a whole nother level than Dog.
Yeah, that's the level.
Both of them though, like he on like then T2, he on a whole nother level than both of them.
Who Doug's on a whole nother level than T and Sada?
He on a whole nother level than them. Like
yeah,
like the industry really fuck with Doug like heavy like I be seeing it with my own eyes like.
When you look at the numbers, it's hard you can't dispute it. Because I've seen that, because I was chilling with this girl's house like for like weeks. Like I was just chilling with her for weeks. And all she would play is Lil Baby. So all she would play and Doug, like all day. And I used to just be looking at the numbers like, bro, 100 million? What, like on a consistent basis? That's like, you can't dispute it at the end of the day.
Yeah. And the industry kind of funny too. Like they, I mean, I ain't gonna say funny, but they rock with who they rock with. Like, if they rockin' with this person, they might not rock with the other artists. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Well, that's what it is. The elephant in the room, even when I'm doing this interview, like, I already know a lot of my friends are going to tap in, like, you know, well, there's a discrepancy, right? Like, you were talking about 42, and then you're talking about, you know, the people that I hang around with and all that. And I always looked at it like, you know, what are we talking about here? That's I look at it from a spiritual outlook. I don't look at it as playing a sides thing. Right. But then doors open when certain things are said, right? Like I've always wanted to, like, you can't work with certain people because certain people don't like to work with them, this and this and this and this. But it's really just holding everybody into a locking position where they can't move forward because there's so many beefs and so many lines crossed, right?
Right.
And so you're saying on the main level of the industry, they decided that too. Like if they're rocking with 42, then a lot of other people get locked out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you're saying at the same time, even on the mainstream levels, if they're rocking with 42, then a lot of people that could succeed won't because 42 doesn't rock with them.
Right.
So is that a possibility? Is that what you're saying? Like,
yeah.
like
yeah.
other people can get locked out because of that, or
Yeah,
not make it to that level because of that.
Yeah, for
That's like
sure.
a reality.
That's just anybody. Like if they rocking with you, they rocking with you. Yeah, they ain't gonna rock with like your ops, the person you don't like, you ain't fucking with. You know what I'm saying? As they should though. That's just how it go. Like
What's your whole outlook on that whole thing, right? Like, so when it comes down to 42, obviously, and I hate talking about this shit. This isn't shit I want. This isn't to stir up anything, but it's like, you know, you have 42 Dugg and you have Sada Baby, these two prolific artists from Detroit. And, you know, Sada Baby in a recent interview had said that has nothing to do with either one of them at the end of the day. It's something that they inherited. But it's not like they ignored it, right? It's not
Right.
like while it was happening, it's like, okay, if you inherited it, you don't have to play into it, though. But there was some playing into it on both ends. And how do you look at that whole scheme of things? Like,
yeah, so basically, Sada, he right. Like they ain't got no problem with him. Like he said himself in his own interview. Like he said he just started game back when he was like 26 or something like that. Like we ain't got no problem with him for real. They just look like that because he fuck with niggas we don't fuck with. But he ain't. They don't got no problem for real. Like, cause he ain't. You know what I'm saying?
so in your side, you're saying that there is no problem with it.
No, it ain't no problem with him.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I like hearing that stuff because
See, the people might think it because of the like it be like real street people that be knowing what be going on, but it might look like that because he be over there on that side. But really, him personally, like no, not beefing with him.
no.
You know what I'm saying? No, he not. No.
With what you have going on right now, you're saying you're gonna step back into taking it more seriously and taking that tone with it. What projects can people look forward to? And is there any type of way that you plan to market it? Are you staying with Detroit? Are you looking at the mainstream, or like how are you looking to build yourself? From
I'm
this point?
looking for the mainstream. I'm looking for the new, like, I'm on some new shit. But you know, I'm working. I got a project out called Everything Will Play, and I'm about to come out with the looks. So I'm pushing heavy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm on some like some more mainstream shit. I ain't on no Detroit shit for real. I'm on them Detroit shit, but I'm elevating.
Do you look at it as in a tier now, as in Detroit as a certain type of tier of you've succeeded there, now it's time for the next tier?
Yeah, hell yeah, for sure.
Is it more like child's play to you, or is it still respectable to you when you look at the underground or the Detroit scene?
No, it's definitely respectable because you could be underground and still make a lot of money on the rap. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to go in different states. You know what I'm saying? I already got Detroit. We already know. They already know. You know what's up with me. So it's time to you gotta take your show on the road. You know what I'm saying?
You talked about one of your most highlight experiences when you were younger, but talk about one of the biggest highlight for you so far in the later years as of now.
On some music shit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, remember that like last time you got a threesome or something like that? You're talking about music right now.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, probably when we was on our bullshit at T Grizzy birthday party when Doug brought me out and I performed 2K42 in front of the whole concert. That was crazy.
Yeah, I think
That probably was
they put that on YouTube, right?
Yeah, that probably was like the funniest shit that I ever like, cause it was a whole, you know, so I'm like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we tore that motherfucker up.
How'd that get planned out? Like as far as you guys being booked to or performing there?
I don't know. I just went with it. I don't know
So you
how
just
it
hopped
played
on
out.
stage and was just like, all right,
I was like, shit, let's get it.
for sure. So you got this project out right now. Is any projects for your fellows dropping soon?
Yep, my brother 42 Stick got Neff Keepers coming out. You know, Doug on the way home. Yeah.
What a
And, you know,
conversation.
my little brother's working 264 horse to one of my little they working. Everybody working, you know, we coming.
What are the conversations like on the phone as far as when Doug comes home? Like, did you guys have like
Me and
plans
Doug?
on? Yeah, do you guys have like plans
Man.
outlined or anything like that?
All we do is laugh on the phone. All we do is crack jokes and talk shit all day, man.
Yeah.
That's all we do. Oh, that's all we do. He on his way though. He coming quick. He might come quicker than his interview probably drop. But yeah, he on his way though. But he in good spirits. You know, we talk all the time. He just laughing, talking shit,
Sure, man.
talking about what we about to do when we get out. You know.
Is there anything anybody want to shout out before we sign off?
You know, shout out everybody, man. Shout out the East, the West, everybody, man. Free Doug, free all my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Free everybody, free the whole gang, free the foes. RP to all my bros. That's it.
Appreciate you, man. 42 Cheese was in the building, man. We're at Parallel
Sure.
Sound Studio, High Low Visuals, shooting these productions. We're out. Peace.
Oh, shit.